what is mind?
Oh, geez.
It's a
So mine to me is,
I think to explain mind,
Well, I've heard about an alternative high school, a small school called Mind, moving in new directions. You should check it out.
It's a very small public alternative school that's very welcoming of those that don't fit the most common mold for high school.
Well, there's actually a group of parents and students who wanted a place where they felt like they belonged.
I think it is a place where you can truly be yourself.
just a school with so many more options and freedom built into it.
Yeah, I'll go with that. Yeah. I feel like there's more to say, but that's
the obvious.
yeah.
this is another one of the classrooms. This is
Wow, your classrooms
classrooms.
compared to
That's
what
it.
we had, let me tell you, this is luxury.
yeah.
My name is Michelle Serrano, but the students only knew me as Claybro. I was the first head teacher. In fact, I was among the group of teachers that were hired by students and other resources personnel. And we moved into the Y, and that's where we started the Y like 50 years ago. And it was kids who didn't fit in. They didn't feel, even if they looked like they fit in and they had good marks and all that. And they picked the teachers based on qualifications, what they could teach, but something more fundamental that they were looking for. And
What was that? What was that fundamental thing they were searching for?
I think for somebody to see them. I used to teach English then, and I was teaching women's studies and the role of women, and this is like you're talking 1975, eh? And it was fantastic. We had the greatest debates and like really in-depth.
I took women's literature. We did
You remember?
Simone de Beauvoir in high school.
Wasn't it the best course?
It was the best course. My name is Bill Mercereau. I came to Mind fall of '77 and graduated in early 1980. I did not like to be in an ordinary 2,000 student population, big, I called it industrial high school out on the West Island. Mind was located at the time in the YMCA building on the 4th and 5th floor, 5,550 Park Avenue. Being in this neighborhood just was such a great vibe. I got the call, yes, you're in. A couple of students interviewed me. I didn't meet any teacher. I just showed up and there were two students. I thought they were adults, but no, they were just two students interviewed me.
We had to look for desks. Some of the chairs were broken. We had to clean everything and set the classrooms up. There was nothing established. We had to go from scratch and beg library books and all kinds of stuff.
Nice to meet you.
Shireen has been here since 1998. We're like the old crowd here now. Both of us have
You
been
feel
here
like
since
the old crowd?
98.
Some plaisir.
I originally came to the school to replace one person who was going to take a sabbatical, and the 1 year turned into 26. And I'm grateful because it's the best school I ever worked at. The freedom to be as creative as I want, to stimulate my students with any kind of material.
What's in yours? What's in this one? Let's go see what the food literacy group is. We started working on an awareness campaign with regards to monster drinks. And then the second part of our afternoon was to actually make healthy smoothies as a result. So usually every month what's happened is the students submit recipes that we want to do. So every month we've been doing different things with that. Okay, you got to admit this is better than a monster drink. Yeah. Is it not?
It's for generally arts-oriented individuals, those that learn in different ways that don't usually fit high school's forms. I think being at this school, I grew a huge amount in confidence because my personality was so welcome, because it was a small community that was so supportive and so colorful in really every way.
I know so many people who hated school until they went to Mind, and I just feel like it's like a bit of a haven.
I was in my hippy-dippy phase. And so I was allowed to be my little hippy-dippy thing, and I would make bread, and then I would dress up in rummage sale clothes to come to school.
The school and the students itself are this sort of symbiosis of just doing things their own way and not following, you know, conventions. And I think there's a lot of resilience to it.
I think what's really great is that if you're here, you want to be here. Everyone's really excited to be here, and everyone wants to bring everything that they can, and it really shows.
It's been great. It's been really lovely. Just like, I couldn't imagine having like my high school experience being like actually something that I enjoy. Meeting tons of new people, learning a lot of stuff that I actually like care about. It's really like a sense of community that like you really wouldn't expect from a typical high school experience.
My name is Mike James Ross. I'm a graduate of Mind High School. I graduated in 1989. And these are my two kids, Alex and Sophia, who are current students here. My father was one of the original teachers of the school, so he started here in 1975 and taught here from 1975 to 1997. So we actually overlapped for a little while in the school. It wasn't like I could take a whole bunch of different math classes. I had to take math class with my dad. And one year my dad came home and he had given me a C on my report card for math class. And he came home from the parent-teacher interview and he said, "What's this C on your report card?" And I said, "Dad, like, what are we doing here?" You know? But it was great. It was really, really fun. I mean, Mind was, and I think still is, a really amazing place to learn. And it was a great place for us to be able to experience together.
I'm the third generation to be in this school. I find it really interesting. I also find it like fun to like look through like old yearbooks and stuff like that of my school from like 30 years ago and more, and it's just interesting.
Oh, I'm the grandson of an ex-teacher that helped found the school, and suddenly I'm treated like the rich kid. I don't really like that, but...
Do you feel judged as a Nepo baby? Is that
So this open area is like...
This is huge. You have the whole top.
We have the whole floor, yeah.
Oh my God.
So this is the...
I was a student here the first year that Mind moved to the Bancroft building. So school looks very different from when I was here. It's been renovated, I think in 2017, it went through renovation. There's always been this kind of push to survive. It's something that I experienced as a student here, being pushed out of the Face building, finding a new home. I think that there was a lot of nervousness for the staff at that time, uncertainty.
It was very tenuous. The years that I was here, it was going to get shut down. It was going to get shut down. Then it had to move, and then if we can't find a place, we'll just shut it down.
Are you surprised that Mind has made it to its 50th year?
I am. Like I said, every second year we hit a crisis. Our head is on the chopping block.
It's like incredible that it's gotten to 50 years. I kind of wish I wasn't surprised, but I am. I really thought there were some moments there where it was the end, and it made me really sad.
We thank our lucky stars every day that we get to be in a place that's like this. We're overlooking the mountain, we have bright lights, we have funding for art stuff. We really have hit the jackpot.
The whole room space that we have is the size of this room.
Oh, wow. Yeah, we're very lucky. We know it.
Just keep it quiet, nobody tell bugs you.
I was surprised at how true to its roots it still is, and how magical and beautiful a place it still is.
When you have both like staff and students that just really love it so much, like of course everyone's going to do everything they can for Mind to keep going.
You come here and you leave with a different awareness and perspective on the world.
Well, I think there's always going to be people, like the people from Mind, and kids who belong in Mind.
Gosh, it had a tremendous impact, I would say. I was allowed to be myself somehow.
I'm coming back and I'm seeing it's like full of color, full of like the presence of the students, of the teachers. There's just like so much life to it, and I hope that just builds and builds.
We were looking through old yearbooks, and it's just crazy, like seeing old teachers, seeing old students, and like the vibe, for lack of a better word, it really has like stayed the same, you know, that like kind of enjoyment for like being here.
Keep it running like a kind of community, parents, teachers, students. Keep having those arguments and debates and keep listening to each other, I would say. And but then encourage the creative spirits that are clearly here, you know.
I would really hope that Mind is kind of an example for other schools, because I really do think that if all schools were like Mind, it would be a very different world.